the African savanna, a vast, golden landscape of grass and acacia, where survival is a game of visibility. For most animals here, the key to staying alive is to blend in, to be unseen. The lion's coat matches the dry grass. The gazelle's tones mirror the dusty earth. And then there is the zebra, bold, unapologetic. A living paradox painted in the most conspicuous pattern imaginable: black and white stripes. For centuries, we assumed this dazzling coat was a form of camouflage, a way to break up its outline in the shimmering heat or the dappled shade of a tree. But this idea, however popular, simply falls apart under scrutiny. In the broad, open light of the savanna, a zebra stands out like a beacon. To its primary predator, the lion, an animal that hunts in the low light of dawn and dusk when colors are muted, the zebra's high contrast pattern is anything but hidden. So if the stripes aren't for hiding, what are they for? The answer is not concealment, but confusion. The zebra's coat is one of nature's most ingenious optical illusions. To understand this, we must see the zebra not as a static object, but as an animal in frantic motion. Imagine a lioness bursting from cover, accelerating towards her target. As the zebra flees, its world-famous pattern begins to play tricks on the predator's mind. This is a phenomenon known as motion dazzle. The blur of vertical and horizontal stripes makes it incredibly difficult for the lion's brain to process crucial information. How fast is the zebra going? Which direction will it turn? Where precisely does its body begin and end? The stripes create a cascade of false signals, a visual static that can cause a predator to misjudge the final, critical leap. It's a life-or-death magic trick, where a moment of visual uncertainty is the difference between a successful hunt and an escape. Now, amplify that effect across an entire herd. When dozens of zebras run together, the individual illusions merge into something far more powerful. The herd transforms into a single, shimmering, chaotic entity. A bewildering river of black and white that flows across the plains. For the lion, the challenge is now magnified tenfold. Singling out one individual from this dizzying mass becomes a near impossible cognitive task. The stripes of one zebra blend seamlessly into the next, creating a fortress of sensory overload. The pattern that makes an individual conspicuous makes the collective impenetrable. It is a masterful defense, turning a group of individuals into a single, unsolvable visual puzzle. But these spectacular, high-stakes encounters with large predators might only be a secondary benefit of the stripes. For decades, this wildlife mystery deepened as scientists sought a more fundamental reason for this extraordinary coat. And the most compelling answer, supported by a wave of modern research, is found by looking at a much smaller, yet far more persistent, enemy: the biting fly. Insects like the tsetse fly and the horsefly are more than just an annoyance. They are vectors for deadly diseases. For a zebra, avoiding their bites is a constant, daily battle for survival. And it is here that the stripes reveal their most profound secret. To a tiny insect, the zebra's body is not a single object, but a landscape. And this landscape is designed to be incredibly difficult to navigate. Flies are attracted to large, solid, dark-colored objects. The zebra's broken pattern is immediately less appealing. But the real deception happens in the final moments of approach. The alternating black and white stripes polarize light in different directions. This scrambles the fly's visual system, disrupting its ability to judge speed and distance as it comes in to land. The effect is so powerful that flies are often seen flying past, or even bumping into the zebra, unable to execute a controlled landing. The stripes function as a built-in biological fly repellent. It is a form of pest control written into the zebra's very DNA. So, the solution to this great wildlife mystery is not one answer, but many. The zebra's stripes are a masterclass in multifunctional design. They are a form of deception, creating a motion dazzle effect that confounds the charge of a lion. They are a tool for collective security, merging a herd into a visually confusing superorganism. And perhaps most importantly, they are a sophisticated shield against the relentless threat of disease-carrying insects. The zebra's coat is not a failure of camouflage. It is an evolutionary triumph, a stunning, elegant, and deeply intelligent solution to the complex challenges of life on the savanna. To continue exploring the marvels of the natural world, subscribe to Animal Insight 360 and join us on the next journey.